Okay, so good news today. 2 new clutch plates have arrived, finally, without cracks in there. Thank you very much to both the Matts at Slide for sorting those out with Competition Clutch. Finally get rid of these horrible little cracked versions here. So yeah, we want to make sure we start the season with a fresh clutch and all that kind of stuff there. So next thing to do is try and tidy up all of this sort of amassed loads of parts. I need to finish sanding up the deck lid a little bit. There's been a few blemishes and so on there, as you would normally find on fiberglass. Also try and get rid of all this dust. But yeah, we need to get the wise fab back on so we can get the wheels on, and then we can bring the car back from the front of the garage, so then I've actually got some space to put the engine in. So hopefully by the end of today the V8 will be back where it should be in the front of the LSZ, and yeah, be making good headway then. Okay, so we got the car in position now. We're going full Jesse from Fast and the Furious on the rear brakes, and you see no calipers at the moment. Wise fab is all in position, plenty of the Morris Lubricants white spray grease in there as well, which has made those rose joints nice and loose and free. Also, you may notice that the rear anti-roll bar is starting to make a rear appearance, so yeah, we're going to be trying that again this year, because we thought that under certain, especially wet conditions, we were leaning too much on the car, so it seemed like a good opportunity to try that out again, and we can always hook it on and unhook it if we need to. So next thing is the powerhouse. So yeah, the V8 is ready to go. First thing I need to do is go and get the spigot bearing from the fridge. That's been in there for the last couple of days. Got my socket ready, so hopefully we'll be able to tap that one in there nice and easy, and then we can make the engine up with the transmission again, and yeah, get that supercharger put back on top and get it back in there. So apologies before I get started on this one. You can probably hear Storm Dennis behind me, the wind, the sleet, the rain. We've been having that constantly all weekend, so it's been nice to actually be hidden away in the garage with a bit of extra space at the back, so we don't have to have these big doors open like we've always had to in the past. But first off, I want to say thanks to Adele and Brett for the support this weekend and the help. The engine is finally in. Got the new reflector gold from DEI on across the back there. Made it a bit bigger this year to hopefully reflect a little bit of that heat away from me. You're probably also wondering what this kind of weird rig is at the front. That's just me mocking up where the new oil and transmission coolers are going to go, because obviously the radiator isn't going to be there anymore. So that's allowed me now to actually push these guys further back, get them higher up and out of the way of danger. And also it means that when we get the Magnuson supercharged put back on top, we can have the air filter come over the top and in front down here, getting really good fresh air, which we've never been able to do before, because the old radiator took up the full space at the front. So we're hoping that there's going to be loads of nice ram air now, loads of fresh air around the engine to help keep everything even that bit cooler than before, and also give us a bit more free space, because the air filter used to come up into this corner. So yeah, making little steps. We've also decided to move the regulator up to the front here. It's always better to have it closer to where the fueling needs to be done, because obviously, yeah, you can then account for any pressure drop across the lines, because now they're obviously coming from the full length of the car. And also we want to make sure that the fueling system with the new 1000cc injectors that are coming from Torken, that we're going to make sure we've definitely got the 60 psi at the front there that we need. So can now keep moving towards the back of the car. Sorry about that, I just stood on more metal like I normally do. Had to drop the subframe just slightly again, but that's allowed me to start actually routing where the pipes are going to go for the fuel system. So you can sort of see swell pot there, fuel pump, and then obviously they'll disappear off the bulkhead somehow. And yeah, I can actually start getting rid of this all for paint. That's all going to go purple like it has done before. You can see my funky camouflage there again. So yeah, making headway, slow as always, but you know, slow and steady wins the race. And we've got a little bit further to go before round one. Got dyno session hopefully coming up first week of March. So yeah, plenty to be done. Woohoo! Supercharger is back on. As you can see, it was a nice simple job, following the manual. Make it super simple. So yeah, just a couple of little bits to bolt on like the fuel rails, and then that's pretty much that. Then yeah, we can get on with the coil packs and everything, but more importantly, I can now measure up where the air filter is going to go over the top of the oil coolers and so on at the front here. So yeah, much needed job done, nice and easy, and a good one for a Saturday morning. To let you know roughly where we are, BDC is now, I think, about 22 days away. And as you can see from the car, yes, we still have a monumental amount to do. Supercharger is on, super happy about that. Also now managed to make the new oil cooler mounting system, taking a bit again of getting used to, but I think it's actually come out quite well, nice and strong. Definitely got everything further out of the way, but also more importantly going to be a ton more airflow actually able to get in through the nose of the car that used to be blocked by the big radiator we used to have here. So yeah, looking forward to seeing what the benefits of that are. Also been working on rehashing again the inlet pipe, so I think this is actually the 3rd or 4th attempt that we've had with this piece of pipework now, so I'm impressed that we're actually still managing to do something with it. But yeah, that was also from when Jason did it back in 2014 when we first built the car. But the plan is that will at least allow a quick connection on there, and then the air filter should sit down at the front, getting that nice fresh air in from that nice big hole in the front of the bumper. Also fairly chuffed, I know this looks a little bit messy, but I'm pretty chuffed with actually the aluminium welding that's happened on here. I've never welded anything so thin, especially also trying to put the methanol boss in there from Snow Performance, so thanks guys for sending that one through. At least this year we'll be able to make sure that we're not going to have any leaks or worry about the nozzle falling out. So yeah, plenty to be done. Still waiting on some of the pipe work to arrive, so yeah, that's what will obviously be joining in on the outlet and the inlet to those there, and then sweeping off into the car somehow. Still got to work that out. But tonight I will be working with Brett again. The actual bulkhead is out of the car now. As you can see, there's wires and stuff absolutely everywhere. But we're going to be rubbing down the back half of the car and getting ready to get that one primered, sprayed, and then lack it up. So plenty of work to do on that this evening. Okay, so let me bring you up to date. It's 5:30 on Monday morning, 2 weeks before BDC round 1, and I can happily say that I'm actually on the way to the dyno. Thank you very much to Steve and Carl for coming up to help, because I can guarantee you without their help we wouldn't be in this position right now. Yeah, we had a few issues as always trying to get ready for the dyno. First start went swimmingly, got all the pipes and stuff in that we wanted to, did all the fluid checks, all that kind of stuff, no problem at all. But then we spent all of Sunday doing the usual kind of troubleshooting. So first off we had a bad earth on the fans, so as soon as they wanted to kick in, well, they just didn't switch on at all. We didn't have any fuel level gauge or these kind of like small teething problems. Got those sorted pretty quick with a bit of help from Sam from Spark, so thanks for that, man. But yeah, then we spent the rest of the day trying to get the cooling system to bleed. So again, we were on the phone to John Lamsley from Emerald and Craig Taylor from Dyno, and between those guys and again the help from Steve and Carl, we managed to actually about, I think it must have been about 8 o'clock, I think we got the system to bleed properly. Coolant temperature went up as it should do, maintained at a nice cool 96 and stayed like that. So yeah, definitely wasn't as smooth sailing as we had hoped it to have been. I should have been in Norfolk last night rather than this morning. But anyway, we're on the way there now. So I've got plenty of oil, plenty of fuel, plenty of methanol, all that kind of stuff ready for John to go and sort of do his magic on the rollers. Also, he needs to run in the engine as well. So it's going to be a fair bit of time today. But between Steve and myself, we'll keep you posted as much as we can. And yeah, keep in touch and we'll hopefully come back with some good figures. Okay, so we made it to Emerald. Traffic this morning was a nightmare, as you can probably see by the bags under my eyes. I'm starting to really feel a bit tired now, but happy to say the LSZ is in there now. You can see Steve over there, John is in the car, just about to start doing the break-in process, so we'll see what the next couple of hours has to say. crazy day today at the dyno. As you can probably tell by my smile, I'm super happy with the results. Thank you very much first off to John for all of your hard efforts and hard work you put in actually tuning the LSZ up today. Thanks to Steve-O as well for popping along and making sure that the new cooling system and stuff like that ran leak free, which I'm happy to say after a couple of little teething problems again, yeah, we got that running sweet. A few modifications I definitely want to make now we've sort of seen it working and stuff, but overall, yeah, super chuffed with that. I didn't think we saw much above 94 degrees. Obviously I know it's a little bit different being in the test cell itself, but you know, that definitely sort of puts my mind at ease about what hopefully we're going to see when she's actually working out in the real world. But yeah, managed to get 690 horsepower and 772 newton meters of torque, about 4,000 RPM. So yeah, we've made quite a jump from last time. Nearly doubled the boost as well, so we're about 11 psi now. The Magnuson charger with the smaller pulley on was absolutely phenomenal. I think we can start to hear that whine a bit more now as well, so yeah, definitely something to look out for. But yeah, now on my way to go and see Mr. Brad Kenyon to yeah, actually go and make the LSZ look as good as it drives. So yeah, see how that comes out.